And still here in Nigeria, long queues have resurfaced in many filling stations across cities. The queues started building up in some parts of Lagos on Tuesday. According to reports, Nigerians are panic buying on fears that premium motor spirit might become scarce due to the now suspended NARTO strike. Reports say that the refusal of the tanker drivers to lift fuel on Monday and Tuesday affected fuel supply at the filling stations. Joining me to discuss this further is the president of the Nigeria Association of Road Transport Workers, Yusuf. Othman is live to us from Abuja studios. Good morning to you this Thursday. We appreciate your coming to us to talk to this on Global Business Report. Thank you very much for coming. Let me ask you a little bit, Mr. President. You did a press statement released over the weekend threatening to withdraw the services of your members. What were the key issues on that?
Thank you so much. Actually, the key issues were the high cost of operations of our members, especially the cost of the diesel gasoline that we use to fuel our trucks across the country, vis-a-vis the amount payable to us at the end of every transaction. We've had issues over time since the full deregulation announced by Mr. President. Of course, so many variables went up, but the amount payable to us remained static. So it's practically impossible to operate profitably. We've been managing, we've been engaging the marketers. We are quite conscious of the fact that in a deregulation regime, government has no business with transportation of petroleum product. It is entirely the business of the marketers. So we've, over time, been engaging the marketers, and on each occasion, we write them, we copy the relevant government agency. But we've been managing it to reach a stage where we could not manage anymore. That was why we had to cry out. And crying out, of course, government came in, met with us, and similarly met the marketers, and they made some promises. Of course, some adjustment has been done. There are some approvals as I speak to you, although we do not get what we expected, but at least it will reduce some pain. And of course, negotiation continue.
Very interesting what has been achieved, and every Nigerian will appreciate the fact that all of you private sector parties, the oil marketers, including those of you who are the transport owners and those who are the workers, are coming together to ensure that Nigerians don't go through another round of undue fuel scarcity, lack of supply, queuing out, spending hours at the filling stations when folks need to spend more time looking for their daily bread, in a manner of speaking. And fuel is very critical for that. I'm sure you agree. So much longer, what was agreed between NARTO and the major oil marketers and government officials, how much longer do you think that will help Nigerians move forward in this ensuring that there's enough fuel supply and that your interests as businessmen and women in the oil industry is also taken care of?
Well, what we are doing is entirely a commercial transaction between the transporters and the marketers. And of course, in every commercial transaction, you expect some level of returns to be able to remain afloat. As we speak, our expenditure, like I said, is way beyond what is payable to us. Irrespective of that, we are conscious of the fact that apart from commercial transaction, we are doing national service, which we'll continue to do. And of course, we are quite conscious of the situation of the country as we are today. So we'll continue to do our very best in trying to move petroleum product across the country. At the same time, sensitizing our employers and, of course, informing government the position that we found ourselves really today. I must confess to you, it's not easy. I don't see anybody that can spend, assuming 100,000 in a transaction and eventually, after 2-3 months, be paid 80,000. Nobody will do it, but we're doing it. And I challenge anybody to confirm what I'm saying. What is payable to us is grossly inadequate, but we are still doing it. As of today, I'm buying diesel for my trucks in Lagos, 1,500 naira per liter. So you imagine if I'm spending 1,500 naira per liter, and I consume about 900 liters and come to Abuja. At the end of the day, I collect 1.3 million. So in other words, what we are doing, we are operating at a loss. But then we find ourselves in this situation. I am not, of course, unconscious of the fact that even the marketers themselves too, they have their issues because they also use diesel to power their stations. You know, so we are just in a quagmire. But I believe we shall, at the end of the day,
yes,
you know, smile. But you see, that is not only the problem. One of the major problems we have since the full deregulation, there were a lot of funds owed to marketers, and the marketers also owe us. That is in the part of some of the government agencies, and they have promised to release those funds, and from what we've heard, they've started releasing the funds. So I want to believe we have made some reasonable progress, and it's an eye-opener. So many people do not understand the condition we found ourselves until recently or until now.
Very interesting.
And also the fact that some of the members...
Please go ahead. Please go ahead, sir.
Some of the members are not really even conscious of the fact that it's no longer government business to fund transportation. So some of those members believe that, oh, we're keeping quiet, we're not doing anything. And so what we've done is to sensitize not only the marketers that are working and the government, but also some of our members to understand that this is entirely a commercial transaction. Government has no hand in it. But then government can come in order to break a stalemate, and that is what they've done. And also the fact that the money...
So do you think that some of these diesel trucks, whatever, can run on CNG, the compressed natural gas? Will that reduce costs? Would that bring some solution to the table?
Yes, we have started combating some of our vehicles, but even that one is at a cost. Investment is a function of income. If you don't make any more income in the transaction, how would you invest in entirely a new terrain? And it's not only even the fuel that we consume. We have other variables. We buy tire. I bought tire for my trucks yesterday in Lagos, 270,000 naira per one. We used to buy this tire 100,000. I bought battery 130,000. We used to buy it 40, 50, 45,000. Even the engine oil, the lube that we use to service our vehicles, a keg was 30,000. Today it's about 80,000. And of course, more even importantly now, the drivers themselves that are working for us, in view of the prevailing economic situation of the country, they want us to review the salary. So, I mean, where do we go from here? But then, we understand, we appreciate, we've had the Council of the NSA, the Council of the Minister of State, Oil, and other relevant government agents who have told our members to come in and, yes, there is a limit to what we can do as an association or the companies that we're working for. The more we talk, most of the members have packed, because there's no gain, and gradually they are going to pack. But what we can do is to spearhead the cost of the members, at the same time also, you know, say the trouble the way it is. There is no way somebody will continue to do business at a loss. You can't force it. You can take the horse to the river. You cannot force that horse to take water. You understand? The reality has to be accepted.
Is it a reality, Mr. President of NARTO? The reality, is it that petrol prices should be around 1,200? That's what some oil marketers are saying. That's supposed to be fully deregulated, as it were. What should be the appropriate price of petrol right now?
Well, I am not in position to speak about the price of pump because it's entirely a government, it's a government decision, and they have a reason for whatever they do, which we respect.
That's all appreciated. All right, thank you so much, and we hope all things stay the way things are going, so that at least we all have some quiet out there and everyone can go about their normal business. Thank you so much. I appreciate your contributions to the whole team. The President of National Association of Road Transport Owners, Yusuf Othman, speaking to us live from Abuja.